call the meeting to order tonight. The first item on the agenda is a public hearing. It's item number 1 is annexation. Owners ERTH LLC, location Max Smith Road, map number 00108036, lot number 13, map number 001080366013 for annexation. If there's anyone here that would like to speak for or against, if you will come to the front podium and sign in, you will be allowed to speak at this time. No one here. Let the record show that there is no one present to speak. Item number 2 is for rezoning. Owners ERTH LLC, location Max Smith Road, map number 00108036, and lot number 13, map number 001080366013. This is for rezoning. If there's anyone here that would like to speak for or against, can come forth at this time. Yes, sir. Just come up and sign.
Just here, if y'all have any questions.
Sir, if you would, put your name right here. We have one time. All right. Right up there.
Just here, in case you guys have any questions.
And your name, sir?
Justin Hunt.
All right, sir.
My dad is the owner.
Anyone have any questions of Mr. Hunt? All righty.
Appreciate
Thank
you doing
Mr.
business
Hunt.
in our community.
Thank you, Mr. Hunt.
This concludes our public hearing. At this time, we will call to order the regular scheduled council meeting. Ms. James, would you please do the invocation? Ms. Stennett, lead us in the pledge, please.
Yes, sir.
Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for this area here. We thank you for this council. Lord, we pray that the decisions we make will be done in your honor, and we give you the glory for all our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reading of the minutes of the previous council meeting. If council's had an opportunity to review the minutes for September 12th and for the special called on September the 19th, I will entertain a motion to approve both minutes.
Make a motion.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second it. Excuse me. I second it.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Communications from the mayor. I do have a few things tonight. I will try to be brief. First item, kind of a sad note, but with everything that's going on in this country, just kind of a reminder. It's the 34th anniversary of the death of one of our police officers, James H. Chandler, Jr. Sunday, September the 25th, 34 years ago, he was killed in line of duty here in the city. And just like to mention him and let his family know that we still remember it. And we've got officers every day that put their lives on the line out there every day. And just like to recognize Mr. Chandler's great efforts as a policeman. Gonna do just a few things tonight that we haven't had. We're about to complete 9 months here in the city. Through our first physical 8 months, our expenditures for the city has been $7,992,876.33. Revenues through that same 8-month period is $9,311,254.39. Revenues are a little off from what they were last year. but we're still ahead as far as the budget goes, and looks like, barring some unforeseen thing happening in this city, like another big huge water leak and a few more things we haven't had any control over, we should finish the budget with and be, well, I hate to project it not being accounted, but we're gonna be exceeding our revenue versus our expenses, and should be able to put a little bit in the bank. So just like to bring the city up to date with the finances. One more little quick update. Council meeting before last, we were given an update on our Lafayette Road project. Well, I could put Philip on the spot, but I didn't ask him to bring it. So I'll just go over it right quick on our T grant, which is finishing from the canoe launch back up to the connector up here in front of Lakeview High School. Just so everybody will know that we haven't forgotten about it. ROW plan is scheduled for June the 28th of 2017. ROW acquisition is scheduled for December the 22nd, 2017. Final plans to be approved April 9th, 2019. And the project go out for bid November the 18th, 2019. And construction will begin on January 6, 2020. So as we discussed the last time we gave an update, these grants take time. We can't push any of the buttons at the state, at the federal level, or the state level. We're at their mercy, and they make sure every I is dotted and every T is crossed. But that is the schedule, just in case people's wondering why they haven't seen any progress up there. We've met all of our dates and all our deadlines, and that's their schedule, and we have to go by it. So that'll give you an update on the two outstanding grant projects that we have going on at this time. We have Coosa River Basin Initiative representative here tonight. Going to give us just a little bit of information. You are here, I believe. If you'll come forward, you have 5 minutes to briefly discuss what you have in your plans for us.
So, first of all, I have a copy of a resolution that we are proposing with the Coosa River Basin Initiative. Everybody wants one. So first off, my name is Uzel Hintz. I am a senior environmental science major at Berry College. I'm also a Bonner Scholar, and through my scholarship I work with the Coosa River Basin Initiative. I've been interning with them for a little over a year now. And so I'm here to discuss the, let me find my notes really quick. I'm here to discuss the 1975 Oil and Gas and Deep Well Drilling Act. In case anybody hasn't heard, their energy companies are considering hydraulic fracturing as a way to extract natural gas from a shale formation that is found in a few different counties here in northwest Georgia. And the 1975 Oil and Gas Deep Well Drilling Act did not take into account many of the technologies that are used now in hydraulic fracturing. In recent years, various exploration companies have been seeking mineral rights from property owners here in northwest Georgia, and the Conestoga Shale Formation is estimated to hold around 625 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, which is about 4% of the nation's estimated reserves. So it is a big portion. But existing laws do not protect local communities from the risks of this type of development. These risks include groundwater and stream water contamination and also induced seismicity. So that some holes in the existing laws, there is no public notice. Energy companies can receive a drilling permit in 15 days here in Georgia, and they do not have to notify adjacent property owners about this drilling permit. Another one would be inadequate setbacks. So right now, natural gas drilling wells only have to be about 330 feet from adjacent property lines, which is about the length of a football field. So that's kind of self-explanatory. That's very close. There's also no insurance of well water protection. As most people might have heard, fracking has been found to contaminate groundwater sources, which is often used for drinking water. And if you're not, I'm not sure how the water works in Fort Oglethorpe, but if there are private wells where people get their drinking water from and they are damaged or contaminated with fracking fluids or methane from fracking or natural gas extraction, there is no insurance right now in Georgia's laws that protect property owners from this. There's also no Environmental Protection Division staff members to regulate this industry. There's, if I remember right, there's only one member in the Georgia EPD that exists to review application permits and also to regulate on-site operations. So if it does blow up, there's not enough people to regulate this industry. Another thing is the application fee here in Georgia. Here in Georgia, it's about $25, or it is $25 to apply for a drilling permit versus a $500 fee in Tennessee and Alabama. Another thing would be severance taxes, which could be used to regulate the drilling rigs that would be set up. There are no clauses or anything like that in the laws to set up a severance tax. And once again, these are just some regulations that we would like Georgia and local communities to try and urge the Georgia General Assembly and the governor to implement to protect themselves from the risks of this type of development. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, you can ask Joe Cook at CRBI. His email is jcook@coosa.org. So it's JCOOK at COOSA, COOSA.org.
Do you know if he's communicated this same thing to the Catoosa County Commissioners?
I am not sure. He hasn't told me very much about what he's done. He just told me to come here tonight.
What was your name again?
Ouzal,
How you spell that?
Ouzal, and my last name is Hintz, Hinz.
Is there an online petition for this?
I am not sure. I think there might be somewhere. I remember signing one myself a while ago, but I can't remember where it is.
On the website.
That works?
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
website.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Zoning matters, we have none tonight. Next item, ordinances. The third and final reading, ordinance number 2016-07, annexation. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by the authority thereof that the following property owned by ERTH LLC, known as MAP 0010B036, portion of parcel only of Mac Smith Road in Lot 13, Mac Smith Road, map number 0010B0360013, is hereby annexed into the city of Fort Oglethorpe. I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion and a second. Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford,
Yes.
Mr. Childs.
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett,
Yes.
Ms. James.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item is ordinance number 2016-08. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by the authority thereof that the following property owned by ERTH LLC, known as map 0010B036, portion of partial only Mac Smith Road and lot 13 Mac Smith Road, map number 0010B0360013, is hereby rezoned to a I-1 zoning. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Mr. Rogers,
Yes.
Mr. Crawford,
Yes.
Mr. Child,
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett,
Yes.
Ms. James.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 3 is the first reading of ordinance number 2016-09. Is an ordinance to approve the 2017 fiscal year budget for the city of Fort Oglethorpe. Whereas the duly elected governing authority of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, is authorized under Article 9, Section 2, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution of the State of Georgia, the official code of Georgia noted 36-35-3, and the charter of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, to adopt reasonable ordinances to protect and improve the public health, safety, and welfare of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. And whereas the duly elected governing authority of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, is vested in the city council composed of a mayor and 5 council members, and whereas it is hereby ordained by the governing authority of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, that the following shall constitute the 2017 fiscal year budget. This is the first reading of ordinance number 2016-09. And for the record, the budget can be viewed in the clerk's office at any time during our normal business hours. So if anyone would like to come in and view that, we will have 2 more readings. Other than this, you can come in at any time and review it in the clerk's office here at City Hall. Resolutions, we have none. Unfinished business, we have none. Reading the city clerk, we have none. New business, Redbud Sewer Project Engineering Amendment. Mr. Parker.
As we have, y'all know we have the CDBG project for Redbud Sewer, and we ran into a conflict with Atlanta Gas Line. They were very uncooperative as far as trying to get their gas line moved so we could proceed with the project. They became actually unresponsive. They were not even contacting us back after letters from Ron Goodlark had sent a letter, county attorney had sent a letter. We had to go to Senator Mullis to get the gas company just to respond to us. Since we have had renewed dialogue with them, they were going to get an estimate on moving their gas line, and they were looking for us to foot the bill for that, which we still haven't got an estimate from that. So we did get an extension on our project. The project was supposed to terminate September 5th, and we did go to the CDBG people, DCA, get an extension until May 2017 to complete this sewer project. So what we would like to do, and Philip Schofield can give you the details more on it, what we would like to do is redefine the scope, which will have to require us to re-engineer it a little bit. But looking at moving it out of the roadway, away from the gas line, we're thinking probably we can come in actually under budget from what we've got right now. So it may actually, in the long run, save us some money. But I'll let Philip give you the details.
All right, thanks. First, I want to explain it real quick. When we're talking about the conflict with the gas company, our proposed sewer line is going down the middle of the road. The gas company's line is actually on the shoulder. And when the contractor, which is Brown Brothers, contacted the gas company to kind of coordinate, which is the typical thing you do with the utilities that are nearby. They basically, what we got from them is they want us to be 30 to 50 feet away from their line. And so that's where the dialogue started with AGL, talking about them relocating their line. They would push their line further away from our proposed alignment. With the time frames we had with the CDBG grant, that looked like the better idea at the beginning so that we can meet our timelines, but they've dragged this on so far because what we'll have to do, if we move it out of the street, we'll have to get approximately 18 easements. And with the CDBG grant, you have to follow the federal guidelines for property acquisition. So it's like a multiple phase process that you go through, and you have to give them offer sheets based on appraised values and things like that. So what I did was what I did along with some of the other folks at CTI, we went out and we looked at how we could realign the project, make it work, and that's how we came up with 18 easements. And where we get cost savings is when you move it out of the street, it's shallower, so there's less rock, because there's rock on the ground out there, so there's less rock that we have to blast. And when you backfill sewer line in the road, you have to backfill with gravel, so there's a big expense there. And then we were gonna repave all of Redbud. So by moving it out of the street, even though our sewer line has a little bit more length because we're having to go kind of double up because of the grade, we've got some sewer line that'll have to go behind some houses on, I think like the east side. The east side of the street will be behind the houses, and on the west side will be all in front of the houses. So we got a little bit longer sewer line, but because it's shallow, we don't have to do the rock backfill. And the paving, we're anticipating a pretty substantial cost savings. I mean, just not paving the whole street. I mean, you think of all the asphalt, it's pretty substantial, about $100,000 to save there. So even with having to purchase the 18 easements and having to do the redesign, and we put some conservative numbers, we feel like we're still going to be under, you know, when you add it all together, it's in your packet there, but we'll be under what we thought we were going to have to pay for the construction to start with. And so I guess what we're asking for tonight is your blessing to move forward with the easement acquisition and the redesign process to get moving, because we've got this May deadline and we're really almost to the point of exhaustion with trying to coordinate with AGL, and they've given us some dates, and it was like 2 weeks ago they were supposed to give us a cost to move all their stuff, and they were going to deliver that as a proposal to the city and ask you guys to pay to relocate their gas line, as well as install some new gas lines on Cloud Springs Road that were really not in the project area. So you can kind of see how we're getting a little frustrated. It's like, I don't know, kind of like they're wanting us to pay for some new infrastructure for them is what it appeared in the meeting. The attorney was there, so he's nodding his head. So if y'all have any questions or anything, I mean, there might be some questions in the packet. I'll be free to answer.
I've got one. The easements.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about 18. So we go to the homeowners.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you think there will be any issues there?
There might be.
Yeah.
I can't be confident. I mean, it took us a while. We got 2 easements to start the project, and that caused us a delay because we had a difficult time getting the 2 we got. But one family owns, I think, 8 of the properties we're getting easements from, and we've already coordinated with her and or the family representative.
Okay.
And it was one of the families we got an easement previous, so they're familiar with the process and they want the sewer. And then 4 of the properties are kind of owned by a couple of developers. We don't think we'll have problems with them. And then another resident has been calling, you know, calling me, and I think maybe even called Phil Parker to ask, when's our sewer going in? When's our sewer going in? We got septic tank issues, and so we're not having problems getting a signature from them. So there's like 4 or 5 that we'll need to contact, probably not gonna have problems from them, but I can't guarantee when you go through this process, you know, shift it here, or I've got this tree I don't wanna lose, or there's some, but usually we can get by, you know, get through those kind of issues and work those out and get everything signed. Luckily, Brown Brothers, you know, we stopped the clock, and they have been very good at stating that they will work with us, and, you know, we know we're gonna have to pay a remobilization fee, which I got built into the estimates we put together. But they've been very good about holding off and coming back, you know. A lot of contractors would have said, we want out of the contract, we're leaving, and they've been pretty good so far.
So the gas company just don't want to work with us at all. Is there anything we can do to them?
We went to Senator
Can we
Wallace.
make it that tough on them?
We tried everything we could. It didn't work.
Okay, thank you.
Let me ask you one question. Is it possible for you to see if you can acquire those easements and then come back and tell us we've got them all at X amount of dollars, or we've got them all?
Yes, we can do that.
Could you do that and then come back? That looks like the biggest variable in the savings, probably, by not knowing what those amounts are gonna be. Is it possible for you to do that?
I've got it estimated based on the way Dave Ronigan calculates property values. It's
Right.
like $17,000, and then I doubled it in the estimate. So it's like $35,000 in the estimate.
But if you had one just absolutely refuse, then you're gonna have to pursue a different route, and it could
Right.
change the figures, correct?
Well, I don't know that we can change the route.
Right.
I think where we're at is we can't change it anywhere. So if there's one holdout, it may have to be the other.
So
their
dollar
neighbors might have to
wise,
talk with them.
dollar-wise, you think the amounts that you've got here for the easement acquisition is pretty correct? You don't think it would
I doubled
exceed-
it. I mean, I think it's very conservative. If we
Okay.
follow the federal guidelines, it should be half of what I put in.
Okay.
I mean, we estimated 100% of rock excavation, which does not normally ever happen. Everything we did was very conservative, and I'm still showing that we're gonna have $70,000 left under it at the end of this thing, so.
Well, it's been a long, drawn-out process, and probably could have had it completed way before. And certainly, I don't think anybody's gonna complain if we save $140,000, but if it winds up that we don't, we're back to what the original one was. I agree with Mr. Parker and Mr. Schofield, we need to get this project done. And we need to get it done before winter, so I agree with them that we ought to make this change and reroute it. Any discussions about it? Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Have a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Go to work, guys. City manager's report, we have none. City council comments, Ms. Stinney.
Yes, sir. Superintendent Brad Bennett at the Park Service would like to invite everyone Thursday, October 6th at 10 a.m. for the dedication of the Trail of Tears sign. Parking will be at 1 Harker Road here in Fort Oglethorpe. This is a special event, and there will be refreshments provided. On Saturday, October the 8th, our VFW guys are at it again with their annual ham and turkey shoot. So they'd like to invite everyone out to try to win the Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. On November the 12th is our annual Fort Oglethorpe 5K, with proceeds going to the 6th Cavalry Museum, LFO's JROTC. On December 10th is the Fort Oglethorpe Christmas Parade and Family Festival. The route will begin at Kmart and go down to Barnhart Circle, where it will go around Barnhart Circle. Santa Claus will be there, choirs, and a lot of holiday activities. So please add these dates to your save the date calendar. Thank you, gentlemen, and Council Lane.
Ms. James,
I don't have anything.
Mr. Child,
I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, I'd just like to just say congratulations to my niece, Morgan Crawford. She committed to Carson Newman on a softball scholarship, and she'll be an Eagle next year, and she's a fine young lady, and I'd just like to say congratulations to her. That's it.
Mr. Rogers.
I don't have anything, Mr. Mayor.
Next item on the agenda is executive session. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for personnel matters.
Make a motion?
Have a second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are in executive session. I will entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll make a motion.
Have a second.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to come out of executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.